Hello everyone, your girl Tay here, and I'm bringing you another Let's Talk Wild podcast episode. Today is August 29th, 2024, and this is episode 65, The Animals of Beetlejuice. It's showtime. The ghost with the most is back, baby. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is ready to release with Michael Keaton reprising his role in the Tim Burton-directed film. For this episode, I'll highlight the different species of animals that have helped give the Beetlejuice personality a little more juice. But before we get into that, make sure you guys follow and subscribe to the podcast on all podcasting and social media platforms. You can support the podcast by becoming a member or sending a donation to Venmo or PayPal. The links will be in the description box. Also, head to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and check out the videos over there once you're done listening over here. You guys already know the drill. Now, let's talk wild. Let's see if you guys can count how many times I say Beetlejuice in this episode. I'll give the total at the end. I'm a huge fan of Beetlejuice. I love the movie, the animated series, the theme song, and just the entire aesthetic. The merch goes crazy though. Like, if y'all ain't know, the Beetlejuice merch goes crazy. The makeup, shoes, and the accessories. I have multiple Beetlejuice shirts. I have a beanie hat. I have a snake, a sand snake, a hair chopstick, pins for your hair. I have a Loungefly bag, not sponsored by the way, but if they want to sponsor me, they can reach out to me at letstalkwild@gmail.com. I have makeup brushes and a sand snake makeup brush holder. So I'll leave some pictures up on the YouTube if you are watching over there. But yes, I have multiple Beetlejuice merch, honey, and the collection will be will be growing because with the new movie coming out, honey, they have all of the products, anything you need. Hold up, let's do a quick cruelty-free makeup session, talk. I do love makeup if y'all didn't know. I wanted the Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection, but I forgot to set my alarm and the collection sold out, y'all. I was so sad, but this was a few years ago. Now I know NYX Cosmetics just released a makeup line inspired by Beetlejuice. I'm thinking about getting some things, but I haven't fully decided yet. I love their lip gloss, so I might get those, but I'm really waiting for Glam Lights. And this is not sponsored, by the way. This is just some of my favorite makeup brands, okay? I'm waiting for Glam Light to be able to do a Beetlejuice collection. Now, enough makeup talk. Let's get back into the Beetlejuice movie, okay? For the 1988 Tim Burton-directed film, Michael Keaton plays Beetlejuice, a ghost that has been hired by the newly deceased Maitland couple, Adam and Barbara, played by Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. I love Gina Davis. Yeah, they are hiring Beetlejuice to scare the new living occupants in their house, which is Lydia, played by Winona Ryder, and her parents, Charles and Delia Dietz. Delia Dietz, played by Jeffrey Jones and Catherine O'Hara. Okay, now for the 2024 film Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, also directed by Tim Burton, after a family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her teenage daughter Astrid accidentally opens the portal to the afterlife. I can't wait to go see the movie. Will you be headed to the theaters to see our favorite freelance bio exorcist? Let me know and leave a comment on the YouTube video, okay? Now, when you think of Beetlejuice, it's easy to think of Beetles, but I'll highlight the other species of animals that have given the Beetlejuice character some more pizzazz, some more juice. First up, we have the Beetlejuice diet, the animals that he loves to dine on. First up, we got the flies. He lures a fly to his grave by waving a Zagnut candy bar, and it flies over and he pulls it under to eat. Like, come on, not the fly being coerced over with a candy bar that's wrapped up in the paper. Like, the paper wasn't even halfway off. Like, it couldn't even get a little taste. It just flew right over. It said, oh, food automatically. Let me just fly over. And then he met a horrible fates. Okay, now how horrible is that? Or having literally, have you ever had a gnat or a fly into your mouth accidentally? It's horrible. It's horrible. Now, I know there are people around the world that wouldn't mind a fly just, flying into their mouths because different people around the world, different, dietary intake. Some people, they eat the bugs, the insects, the flies. No disrespect to them, but for me, it's a no. I don't want them anywhere near my mouth. And that leads us to the next insect that the juice man loves to eat, cockroaches. He smashes and eats one when he first meets Lydia. Like, sir, we know you are deceased, but do you have to eat the cockroaches? Like, literally smacked it and just popped it in its mouth like a raisin. Like, what are you doing? I can't do roaches. Nope. Now, according to the USDA, of more than 4,000 species in the world, only a few cockroaches dwell in homes. The German cockroach, the number one indoor insect, and the brown banded cockroach are the most troublesome species in the United States. Cockroaches may carry pathogenic organisms, disease-causing bacteria and fungi that can be passed on to humans through surface and food contamination. Salmonella in food is one of the most common life-threatening pathogens that cockroaches can transmit to humans, end quote. So, child, honey, those cockroaches probably got all types of salmonella. Beetlejuice don't care. He said, look, I'm finna pop this in. I'm a little hungry. My Beetlejuice accent isn't the best, honey, but I'm going to give what I need to give, okay? Back to the show. Next up, we have the prankster's pets. The animals he keeps on hand, well, in his pockets. He kept cockroaches in his pockets too, but he also had a mouse he pulls from his pocket and he hands it to Barbara when he first meets her and her husband Adam. Knowing me, I would have taken that mouse. I would have taken that mouse and given it a better life than being in the dirty pockets of a ghost. I like watching like the pet mice and hamsters do cute homemade obstacle courses. I watch those on YouTube. I could binge watch those. I love that like the owners build all types of cool sets and props for them to travel through. They be getting their little treats. They be having a good old time. So what I need, somebody build a Beetlejuice one set. I need a Beetlejuice prop set for the mice and the hamsters to run through and to get their little snacks. I want them to even have a Beetlejuice wig on. Throw the wig on them. Put the outfit on them. Okay? I want the whole shebang. We want the whole show. Okay? Yes, period. Another species he keeps around are the snakes. He gives a handful of snakes to Lydia's dad, stating that the dowry was on him for the marriage to Lydia. I feel like the snakes would have been a better dowry for dun dun dun. Who do you guys think I'm gonna say? Medusa. Yes, Medusa. I would ship a Beetlejuice and Medusa relationship. Yes, I definitely would. I would love that. Beetlejuice, give her all the attention so she doesn't have to be a mean snake-haired lady. And girl, turn him into stone for a few hours to get him to stop talking so much. Okay, can you do that? Can you just turn his mouth to stone? Like, girl, can you just do that? No, it's just a whole head. Okay, well, just do it for a few hours, girl, because he be talking a little bit too much, and we just be needing to, for him to shh. Okay, Beetlejuice just shh. Like, he's that person that in a serious time when ain't no jokes that need to be made, he's going to make that joke, and it's just going to be like, sir, wrong time, wrong place. So Medusa, yeah, turn him to stone for a few so we could get a little break, Shoot, she might need a break. Honey, a relationship with them two? Yeah, she be like, yeah, you want to be quiet. And then after he's, undone, not stone anymore, I could already hear him fussing at her for her turning him into stone, and she might just go ahead and turn him to stone again, because it's like, I don't want to hear that. When you ain't stone no more, I don't want to hear that, okay? Listen, I know some ladies is like, girl, I wish I could do that to my husband sometimes. I'm hollering, but I definitely would ship a relationship between Beetlejuice and Medusa. Now, I've been talking, but I don't need to be turned into stone, okay? This is what I do. So let me remind you to subscribe, like, follow, and share. Let's Talk Wild on all podcasting platforms and on YouTube. If you would like to support even further, you can become a podcast member or donate to the Let's Talk Wild PayPal or Venmo. The links will be in the description box. Now, let's crawl back into the show. Cue the animals. Now, the next category is the paranormal puppets. The shrimp cocktail fingers. The Dietz family was having dinner with their guests, and they get possessed by the Matlins, and they have this whole dance and lip syncing scene. Even the prawns they were eating were possessed and turned into creepy shrimp hands that rose from their bowls to grab their faces. I love looking at the detail of the hands while watching it in better quality. I've rewatched it a couple of times on streaming services. But I know some people always ask about shrimp versus prawn versus shrimp. Are shrimp prawns? Are prawns shrimp? What is the difference? Is there a difference? Questions the people need answers to, which I have the answers to right now. Okay, let's get into it. They are both crustaceans. You can find both species in salt and fresh water, but most species of prawns prefer fresh water. Prawns have longer legs and claws, and shrimp have short legs and claws. Prawns are usually bigger than shrimp, depending on the sizes of the species, but prawns have, a good length on them. They're really long, okay? Prawns have branching gills, and shrimp have plate-like gills, and prawns release their eggs into, the water. Now, shrimp, they said, no, we're going to carry our babies on our abdomen, okay? They're a little bit more nurturing than the prawns. Prawns said, release, go. And the shrimp is like, no, stay close to home. But yeah, so that's the difference, honey. They are both crustaceans, and prawns are usually served with their heads on, right? So if you see it, it's usually a prawn that has its whole body cooked. And the shrimp, are deveined, and you don't have the head on there and all of that good stuff. Okay. So yes, that is the difference between the shrimp and the prawns, but I did enjoy that scene in the movie. Once again, the snake makes an appearance, this time the rattlesnake that Beetlejuice turns into by way of the hallway railing. According to the Guinness World Record, the heaviest venomous snake is estimated to be the eastern diamondback rattlesnake of the southeastern United States, which weighs 12 to 15 pounds and can be 5 to 6 feet in length. Whoa, that's a big snake, honey. Beetlejuice, can you battle? Not can you battle. Honey, don't ask him that. He's like, battle. I'll give you a battle. Like, do not challenge him. Do not challenge him. Because the ego, y'all already know, is through the roof. Okay? So, absolutely not. Next up is the beetle that is shown as a clue for Lydia to guess Beetlejuice's name. It looks so weird. Like, it was this robot mechanical beetle that was like put together like Frankenstein or something. I don't know. But researchers have built click beetle inspired robots that jump using elastic energy. So we actually do have some beetles that are robots. So according to the University of Illinois' Urbana campaign, researchers have made a significant leap forward in developing insect-sized jumping robots capable of performing tasks in the small spaces often found in mechanical, agricultural, and search and rescue settings. A new study led by mechanical science and engineering professor Samay Tawfik, if I'm saying the name incorrectly, I apologize, it's all love. Samay Tawfik demonstrates a series of click beetle-sized robots small enough to fit into tight spaces, powerful enough to maneuver over obstacles, and fast enough to match an insect's rapid escape time. The findings are published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign and Princeton University have studied click beetle anatomy, mechanics, and evolution over the past decade. A 2020 study found that snap buckling, the rapid release of elastic energy of a coiled muscle within a click beetle's thorax, is triggered to allow them to propel themselves in the air many times their body length as a means of righting themselves if flipped onto their backs. Tawfik and his team used tiny coiled actuators that pull on a beam-shaped mechanism, causing it to slowly buckle and store elastic energy until it is spontaneously released and amplified, propelling the robots upward. End quote. Would you be shocked to see a mechanical beetle covered with the classic Beetlejuice green and the black and white stripes? Listen, if y'all gonna have to, do this type of thing, if you guys are making these robotic beetles and all that, like, give them a little, flair, give them a little personality, Beetlejuice, that would be great, make it the colors of Beetlejuice, the juice man, and we gonna be all right, okay? Okay, just give it some personality. We don't want to see these beetles like the one that he tried to show to get Lydia to guess his name. We don't want to see those, okay? No shade to the person, no shade to Tim Burton, no shade to whoever put that together. But listen, we in 2024, new age, honey, new movie. We need the Beetles to look the part, okay? Last but not least, we have the iconic, the legendary Saturn Sandworms. Yes, give it up for the Sandworms, okay? When you think of Beetlejuice, you think of the Sandworms. When you think of the Sandworms, you think of Beetlejuice. They go hand in hand. Yes, indeed. Now, Barbara and Adam, they did get away from one of the Sandworms after Barbara punched it. I was like, okay, Miss Gina Davis, you got an arm on you, girl. I see ya. I see you. She threw that punch. Backed them up, like, back up off. Get off of me and my husband right now. Back up. She swung on them, honey. They was able to get away. But then Beetlejuice sends Barbara back to Saturn when they were trying to stop him from marrying Lydia. And Barbara ends up riding the sandworm. Once again, the boss that she is. She comes in riding the sandworm and crashes the wedding, and it eats Beetlejuice. Well, we all know he's still alive, but dead. But alive? Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, so yes, the sandworms are iconic, okay? But another worm that likes to eat is the toxic, invasive, carnivorous hammerhead flatworms. They are from Asia, and their diet consists of earthworms, a very important species for our land, agriculture, habitats, and ecosystems. Their heads are shaped like a hammerhead shark, hence the name, and they have a yellowish brown striped body. They are found in, organic matter and moist habitats where earthworms would be living because they are hunting them down, honey. Now, if you find one, don't touch it or let your pets get close to them because their mucus is toxic and used to paralyze earthworms. You can't cut them because they can regenerate. So if you cut one flatworm into two, you'll have two worms, okay? So let's not cut them. Instead, if you can safely do so, apply vinegar or salt directly on the flatworm. If you have to move it, wear gloves and put it in a container, and you can set the container in the sun to dry the flatworm out, or pour salt or hand sanitizer in the container and dispose of it, okay? But yeah, we cannot let them eat the earthworms, honey. I need my earthworms. I need my worms, honey, for my compost. Break down my compost for my organic garden, honey. Absolutely not. Hammerhead flatworms, you better get on out of here. I don't want to see you. Let me call up Beetlejuice. Can you handle it? Can you handle it, Juice Man? I could see the Beetlejuice snake getting chopped into two. And then we have two Beetlejuices. Do you think we can handle that? Do you think we can handle 2 Beetlejuices? I mean, 1 is enough, but 2, ooh, that's double the trouble. And I know Lydia would be over it. I know that much, honey. She would be like, absolutely not. This is too much going on. We don't, 2 Beetlejuices, absolutely not. Nonetheless, no matter the number of Beetlejuices we may have, the OG has the pizzazz and gives a good show. But the animals have helped give his personality a little more juice, and that's a fact. So from the words of Beetlejuice himself, let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. What do you guys think? Let me know how you feel about today's topic, the animals of Beetlejuice. Make sure you guys comment, follow, share, and subscribe to the podcast on all podcasting and social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the videos, shorts, and playlists of all things animals. You could support even further by becoming a podcast subscription member or sending a donation to the Let's Talk About Venmo or PayPal. The links will be in the description box. Now, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Did you guys guess correctly? I said Beetlejuice's name 47 times. Well, now 48 because I just said it and we're kind of still like in the episode. But yeah, 48 times. Bye, guys.